Let's go to Malcolm. Malcolm, good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is about your daughter. Is the question of daughters there. Tell me about the relationship you and your daughter and drink and how you broach the subject.
Well, my daughter's 21 at the moment. When she was 14, I had a big family do in a hotel. And she said, "Can I have a drink?" And I said, "Yes. So long as it's not a spirit, you can drink whatever you want." So she decided to go for the champagne. And she had about 2 glasses, and she was obviously drunk. And I looked her in the eye and I said, "I tell you now, sweetheart, you'll remember this for the rest of your life. My daughter's now 21. She goes out with her friends. She will have 1 drink. She doesn't drink anything else apart from soft drinks." And I think that is the best way to go, because she knows she doesn't want to go out and be sick. She doesn't want to feel ill. She wants a nice time.
But then there will be people, Malcolm, that say, well, you kind of encouraged her there, you know, you let her have more than 1. She might have, you know, she might have had more than 2, for all you know, but is that responsible to do that with a
Well, it had, I guess, the desired effect for you, Malcolm. It's going to happen to most children at some point. They're going to have a revolting experience with alcohol, whether it's throwing up, whether it's deep embarrassment. And that does have a sort of seminal effect on what we think about drinking, that we all remember. I certainly do, the one and only time I was really ill on drink, and I never would go back to that place again.
Were you very young, or should you have known better?
I probably should have known better anyway. I was about 16. Yeah, and
what
it was horrible.
the first drink? What brand? What was it?
What
drink?
brand?
Yeah,
I think it was a cheap Spanish plonk. That's about the only thing you could get at the time that we used to take to parties.
People used to have a lot of these, you know, like snowballs.
Oh, yeah. There's
Advocat. You know, or...
Well, people still do have those slightly rich, sickly cocktails that don't really taste like alcohol. That was the point of things like snowballs. They didn't taste alcoholic, but they had
Mrs. Jones has said